As the woman was about to step out of the supermarket, suddenly, out of nowhere, a bullet pierced through her arm, but there was no one around. She immediately hid under a rack. Just then, a second bullet whizzed past her head. Panicking, she noticed a bullet hole in the glass, which revealed that the attack was coming from outside, and she was still the target. Quickly, she took cover under another shelf. Tearing a piece of her clothing, she tied it around her wound. Then, she shouted for her boyfriend, but he was sitting in the car outside and couldn't hear her because of the loud music. Suddenly, her eyes fell on her phone lying on the floor. If she could reach it, she could call the police. Slowly, she crawled toward it, stretching her hand to grab it. But the moment she touched it, the phone shattered into pieces. The gunman had anticipated her every move and was already prepared. She froze in fear. Just then, a man's voice echoed. She looked around in shock and realized the sound was coming from the intercom on the counter. Someone was calling the supermarket staff. If she could reach the intercom, she could alert the police. She quickly threw a large packet of chips in the air to distract the gunman. Not once, but twice. As he reloaded, she dashed toward the counter and grabbed the intercom. She informed the person on the other end that the staff had been killed and she was trapped. She was pleading for help when her boyfriend entered the supermarket. Unaware of the situation inside, he had barely taken a few steps when a bullet hit him in the neck. The woman froze in shock. Her boyfriend collapsed to the ground, slowly losing his life. Another bullet followed. He was now gone. Seeing this, the woman burst into tears. After a while, she composed herself and again called for help through the intercom. The man on the other end assured her that the police would arrive in 15 minutes. But when she mentioned her boyfriend, the man suddenly laughed. He was none other than the shooter himself. He was toying with her, dangling her between hope and fear. At that moment, the woman noticed an electric switch on the wall. She dragged a rack like a shield and reached the switch, turning off the lights. The entire supermarket was now plunged into darkness, giving her some cover. She grabbed a glue bottle, poured it on her wound, and pressed it shut with her hand. Then, attaching a mirror to a metal rod, she tried to locate the killer, but there was no movement. Just then, a car arrived and a man entered. He seemed to be someone familiar with the store staff. The woman informed him that the staff was dead and the shooter was still nearby. She asked if he had a phone, but he replied that it was in the car. When he saw the staff's body, he started crying. This made the woman suspicious. Why had the shooter spared him? Was he the killer himself? With doubt in her mind, she picked up a hammer, but the man explained he was just a relative of the staff. If that was true, she told him to go get his phone and call the police. The man, bent over, slowly walked toward the car. Everything seemed normal. He reached out toward the phone, but then